Welcome back. You're still with us on Window on Thailand, the Andaman series, and still with us on today's program is Mr. Steve Brajak, the Vice President of Client Relations Management of Raymond Land Public Company Limited, and he'll tell us a bit about the business outlook, of course, in the property sector for the near future. Mr. Steve, how do you see the industry moving forward along the Andaman coastal provinces, let's say, in the next 5 to 10 years?
I think it's very rosy looking forward. Certainly the different sectors of what drives Phuket down here. The holiday side of things, as I said before, lots of visitors. It's a very seasonal business, but even the low season now gets quite a lot of visitors coming through. On the property side of things, you've got the marine industry, which is another big driver. So a lot of people with boats, and as mariners keep developing and growing, these people will always need somewhere to stay or perhaps invest in a property while they're here. On the medical tourism side also, I think it's talked about quite a lot, and it's a real player in the industry now too. So from the point of view of people staying in property or investing in property, and then on the retiree market and the long stay market looking good. Again, we see a lot of things happening on the mainland and also Krabi. I think there's a lot of infrastructure work being planned going forward.
It looks set to be quite a stable market in the future.
Yes, certainly we mentioned stability before. Things remain stable. Now, whether that's on a political outlook, which I think they are, but also the currencies. And certainly a strong Thai baht has had a bit of an effect on things going forward. How the baht moves in the future. Also, I think from a development point of view or an investor point of view, people buying property will have a big impact.
So it's better if the baht would stay slightly weaker.
Well, I think
than where it's heading to.
If some of the currencies appreciate, I think the baht has pretty much remained. Baht's been stable. It's more some of these foreign currencies they've depreciated against the baht, and it's all tied into the GFC, and hopefully they'll start coming back soon.
So it depends on how the global economy pans out.
Yes.
In the coming months.
Yes, this Western financial crisis.
Now, although Phuket is still a very popular destination amongst international tourists and also Thais themselves, but when you look at the sensitive issue of the tsunami impact, the natural disaster that we saw in the year 2004, has that affected people, particularly those who are planning to buy condos or villas or a house down here because of the things that they saw back in 2004? Is that still a very sensitive issue?
Oh, look, it was a tragedy when it happened, and a very difficult time for a lot of people down here. I think both Phuket and Thailand recovered quite well. It was a very long time ago in relative terms, because the place has basically been redeveloped along the coastline, while every year we still remember and remember the families and people and things that happened there. From a development point of view, a lot of change has happened. In our case, with Raymond Land, we had our first project in Phuket, Carter Gardens, that we launched in 2 weeks before the tsunami in 2004. If I can talk about that, we had probably 2 sales before Boxing Day, December 2004. Then I think, like everywhere, things went flat and we had nothing for 6 or 8 months. And it was very quiet, but again, we were through a big rebuilding stage on the island, and people needed to go through grieving processes and stuff. But by the end of the high season the following year, we were 90% sold out in our first project. So it bounced back relatively quickly, and I think there's a testament to both the Thai authorities and the Thai people, the resilient efforts to get things back on track.
I see. So it bounced back really fast, and since then, 2004, 2005, I understand that the price has been increasing a lot every year.
Yes, certainly land and quality developments here with the Heights also, which is where we're sitting at now. We're looking at 100,000 baht a square metre for property.
Are there any upcoming projects by Raymond Land to be developed here in the south?
Look, we're very happy with the two that we've done, and we've achieved sellout in both and completed. I think in the short to medium term, our focus has been more on the market of Pattaya for us, because we can do some of the larger high-rise properties there. If I can just mention with North Point, and you know we're close to sell out on North Point. We've launched Zaya Wongamat, another 470 units. So at that type of a volume, we don't do any high rises in Phuket. But certainly, if the right piece of property was made known to us or came our way, I think in the medium to long term we'd probably look at something. But
so that's where the main
Yes.
competition is,
Yes.
in the city, capital city.
Well, I think for us, we're pretty focused with our river projects right now, and finishing that's quite a large project. And with Pattaya and what we can do in Pattaya on the high-rise buildings, there's a law against the sort of, going up too high here. We're happy with the plot of land, as I said, here for the heights. It generally runs east-west, and as I said, everything has a sea view. So if we can get a good A-grade location, we'd look at something.
Can you actually develop something like North Point here in Phuket?
Pretty hard.
Is there regulation
Yeah,
different?
there's some regulations. Pretty hard to go up that high and that sort of thing. Maybe inland, but I don't know if we do that inland. But look, there's more and more Thai developers or listed Thai developers also coming to the island. Certainly another one I think is Supalai that are doing some things in the middle of the island that are well worth looking at.
Now, if you'd like to share any investment tips, if people who are looking to buy some nice property here in Phuket or other places along the Andaman coastal provinces, what would be your tips? The timing to buy, the price, any advices?
Advice. Look, in any new project that's coming on board, if it's coming from a reputable developer with a proven track record, getting in early at the start of a project, get the pick choice of units, and certainly favourable terms, as opposed to having to pay 100% at the end. And also, there's a lot of good legal firms around, so I'd ask probably all buyers to do their due diligence and engage a law firm rather than just going into a property purchase blindly.
This is for foreign clients mostly, but for Thais,
Look,
or
again,
it works the same.
Yeah, also all clients the same, yeah.
All right, well, some great tips from Mr. Steve Brajik, the Vice President of Clients Relations Management of Raymond Land Public Company Limited. So it looks like Thailand's south, particularly destinations along the Andaman side, will continue to draw international tourists and travelers to the country who see Thailand as a possible, actually a great second home. And that should make the property industry, to continue to thrive and to be one of the world's leading and also stable property market. That's all the time we have. And Steve, thank you very much for
Thanks,
joining
Sonny.
us.
Thanks for coming to visit us today.
Yes, it's certainly a very beautiful place. And
Thank you.
that's all the time we have as well. So thank you to all the viewers for joining us today, and hope to see you on our next edition of Window on Thailand, the Andaman series. I'm Chola Pansa Navrula. See you next time. Sawadee ka.